Now new tonight, the scene outside the former location of Old National Bank on East Main Street in downtown Louisville. 5 large flower arrangements now on the steps. The tribute to the 5 people who lost their lives in the mass shooting on April 10th, 2023. That's when a gunman opened fire, killing 5 co-workers and hurting 6 others inside the bank before police arrived. Some of his co-workers survived by playing dead that morning, including Dana Mitchell. Shane McAllister sat down with her and shares her remarkable story tonight.
On the first floor of this iconic downtown Louisville building, 13 bankers gathered in an all-glass conference room. It was the Monday morning meeting.
We were talking, laughing, and we were joking with Josh Barrick about teasing him about his tan because he had just got back from vacation. The rest of us were all pasty white.
A 40-year veteran in the banking industry, Dana Mitchell grabbed her coffee and picked a chair with her back to the hallway.
That room wasn't always full. That morning, it was full.
Do you have any idea why that conference room, the people in it, were a target for the shooter?
I don't know. I can't speak to what was in his mind. I guess it was a captive audience. So that was where the majority of the people were going to be, and he knew that.
As that meeting got underway, Dana spotted something. Her chair positioned in just a way she could see down the hall.
Something caught my eye, and I looked over my shoulder, and I saw him in the hallway with a gun. And I knew what kind of gun it was. When I saw it, I recognized it. But I didn't automatically think he was going to use it.
911, Operator Davis, what is the address of the emergency?
Just seconds later, that is exactly what happened.
Oh my God, what's the address to Western Point? Oh my God, there's an active shooter there.
The shooter fired his weapon at a co-worker in the hall.
Stop right here. Back up, back up, back up, back up.
Before taking aim at Dana and the conference room.
113 Baker Rockton, we do have shots fired.
I dove. I got on the floor and tried to get as far away as possible and just lay still. And that's what I did. I was shot after I was on the ground. And there was one person to my immediate left that ran, and he did get out. There's another that ran but didn't make it. I would hold my breath and try so if he did come back, that he wouldn't see me breathing.
The gunfire lasted 20 seconds in that conference room. And for Dana, it was the silence afterwards that felt like forever.
I kept thinking, he's going to come back, he's going to come back. And of course, he never did.
The shooter died after an exchange of gunfire with LMPD. Dana heard that explosion of bullets, and then she heard the help she had been hoping for. A woman's voice identifying herself as police.
She said, "Can you walk?" And I said, "Yes, I can walk. I can run out of here." And so they got us up and took us out of the building.
Did you see your coworkers?
Yes. We had to step over some of them, and that was not pleasant.
As pieces of this investigation started coming out, eventually even the shooter's manifesto comes out. Were you following those developments? Did you ever read his letter?
Yes. When I walked out that day, I was probably the most angry I had been because I didn't find what I was hoping for.
She still deals with nerve pain in her back, grief when she thinks about her coworkers, and then there's the guilt.
It's like, why am I the one that gets to keep going and to enjoy life, and they're not granted that same opportunity? So,
can you share what you remember most about the coworkers you lost that day?
Juliana had only been with us a couple weeks, and so I really didn't know her very well. Josh was a big guy, and he was just, like football player type guy, just big. Jim was, he was very sweet, and Jim liked to make wine. Actually, I have a bottle down here that he gave me. Dina was a very bright person. I mean, just, she was, you couldn't help but like her personality. She was very outgoing, and yeah, that one was really, really tough. Tommy Elliott, I love Tommy. He was a very special person.
The emotions are complicated. Dana is still healing, fighting fears in public spaces, and coping with immense loss.
That would be really easy to just stay home and not go anywhere because it's safer that way. But you can't live your life like that.
At the same time, she says it's never been so clear that life is an opportunity she feels lucky to have. Well, I asked Dana how she plans to spend tomorrow. That, of course, is the 1-year mark. She told me she and some of the other people who were in the room that day plan to spend it together, getting lunch, visiting the grave sites of their friends, and supporting one another. Doug?